Hey guys, welcome to Let's Go Catch Simpsonettes. And like I said, today we're going to be working on the birds. And we have a couple of things here that I've started to do here. Number one, I was looking for clips, okay, to be able to use in order to hold the birds, the rod wire without me having it on or the rod line without me having it attached to the actual bird, right? Which would be connected here, and this thing, dragging on the water was going to put it puts a whole bunch of tension on the rod. And like I mentioned yesterday, there's several things that could happen. Number one, if for some reason you break the line, you're going to lose this expensive device here. So, I was trying to figure out a way where I could use these birds without having, without, number one, losing one. Because even though that I doubt very much that this 250 or 500 pound monofilament line is going to break, but let's say it did, since it doesn't have any fish connected to it, it's going to stay on top of the water floating. So I could turn around and get it at any point. And that was one of the problems that I was having. The other one was the actual drag on the rod in the line, the tension. And so, like you saw on the prior video, I showed you how to get these birds on the water without having to rely on your rod or your line. So the next step now is how am I going to rig it to be able to now install my fishing line in the clip, okay, here, and then have it release once I get a bite of a fish. So first I started experimenting with this type of clip here, okay, which is just one that you push open and it has like rubber in it, and then you let it go and it just tightens on the line just like this. Okay, so it goes on here just like this, and you put it in there and it just clips in like this. But one thing that I was doing, I was checking, is when I am, when the actual bait is behind the boat or something, right? And it's not going to just be sitting there like that. It's going to be pulling. So when I pulled it, I noticed that it easily came off. So this system did not work for me. I needed something that would be more, a little bit stronger, that's going to resist, for example, either a lure or a ballyhoo swimming in the back. So what I did this rig, which is a lot stronger, okay, and I'll explain to you what you're going to need for this. But anyway, I did it with wire, and I did it with a sleeve, okay. So what I did was I connected this here, right, and this is nothing more than an outrigger clip, right. But the good thing about this one is, you see this thing right here, this is actually a tensioner. And what it does, you could actually control the tension on the release clip, so that when you're out there in the middle of the ocean, you could actually, if the bait that you're trolling, it's a heavy bait or something, you could tighten it up or you could loosen it depending on what you got going back there. So this is going to be a great thing. So once a fish hits here, it's just going to let me put this down here so you guys see. It's just going to, and I have it tight, bam, it's just going to release just like that. And the line will come off, and then you'll be able to fight the fish. So I have it with a little bit of tension. Obviously, this is going to be adjusted to, what I need it for. So, that's going to work just great, okay? And the good thing that it's going to move, it's going to be able to move here back and forth, so it's going to work just great as it goes. This thing goes forward like this, and it's pulling the actual lure away. Okay, so how do you do that? Okay, so you have to get yourself a clip, okay? And again, like I said, these clips are adjustable, okay? These clips are adjustable. They have them in all different sizes, okay? But these clips are adjustable, okay? And let me turn it around so you guys can see the whole thing. All right, so these clips are adjustable, guys. So, okay, so like I said, see how easy that one comes off here? Okay, so all you have to do, if you don't want it, just turn it, right? It becomes harder to take off. As you turn it, okay, it becomes harder to take off. So all you have to do is turn this little knob here, just like that, okay? And the clips gets harder, okay? So depending on the lure, again, that like I mentioned, that you're pulling back there, you don't want to have a lot of tension because you want it to come off as soon as the fish, you know, takes off with your bait. Okay, so what you're going to need is a sleeve, and that's what it looks like. These are size 8, okay, and you're going to need, you know, I mean, you could do it if you want with monofilament, but I like to use wire, okay? So what I do with it is just I get the my fish here, and I'm going to cut off what I did here because this is not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. All right, so I'm going to get my leader, okay, and I'm going to run it through the holes and run it through the middle of this clip that I have here. You don't have to have a clip on it. I just, you know, I just have a clip. You could have a swivel if you want. Okay, so all you do, you get one of these sleeves here. Okay, take them out. All right, and you slide it. You slide it inside your line here. Okay, and they have little holes in it, so you could, you know, just put it in there just like that. Okay, see it right there? All right, so then all you do is just run it through here just like this. Okay, and then around. Okay, but once you get it around, make sure you put it on your clip. Okay, put it on your clip and run it around through the other side. And then run it through your sleeve just like that in the same direction, okay, in the opposite direction, I mean, and just pull it out. All right, and then pull it as hard as you can. Pull it as hard as you can. Okay. You know. You know what? I'm going to try to do something a little bit different here, and I think it's going to work better because it's going to keep it more secure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the actual clip in the first one that I have on the bottom. Okay, not when it turns around on the top. Okay, so let's see how that's going to work out now. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll show you now what I'm talking about. All right. I'll show you now what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. All right, so what I did here is, you see how I hooked it up to the bottom of the wire and not the top? And I think that's actually a lot better because there's not a whole lot of room where this could wiggle back and forth here. So it's less distance than if I were to put it on this top one for it to move around. So this is just going to be great right there. And then all you have to do, guys, is you have to have a crimping tool. And this is what a crimping tool looks like. Okay, it's got a bunch of teeth on there, and they're for the different sizes of the actual sleeve. Okay, So then all I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to get the sleeve, the crimping tool, and I'm going to hold the sleeve just like that. And then all you do is squeeze it as hard as you can. Right, just like that. And as you can see, it squeezes that round tube. Okay, it squeezes that round tube, and then you do it to the whole sleeve, okay? Now, it's in there, and this is not going anywhere, okay? So that's it, guys. So now the only thing that's left here is just to cut, your little piece of wire, off, right there. Now this is not going to be an easy wire to cut, guys, because this is a metal wire. This is not, but you can cut it. Matter of fact, I'm doing it with this, but I'm going to, all right, so, and you cut the other side off as well. All right, just like that. All right, so now you have your tool here, and this is actually going to go like this in the water, okay? And it's going to carry your line in the back. So now a fish comes, bites, bam, it releases it, your line is off, and this continues to travel without any resistance in the line. So guys, if this helped you out, like, share, and subscribe. Let's go catch some snaps.